I got the hair down, baby. I'm rock and roll today. Woo!
I was going African Child on that one.
Were you? That was good. I got to get that hurt.
Yeah, he was playing the percussion on the, not the drum.
I got to tell you, that was fantastic.
Come on.
You did there with the drum. Hold on.
You've seen Get 'Em to the Greek,
Have
right?
you seen how nasty that is going in?
No, actually, I haven't seen that. I need to see that.
Oh,
Russell Brand, yeah.
I got to tell you, that was nasty.
What happened?
My thing came out. My little plug.
Please elaborate.
My plug came out. I got to tell you. Welcome to the Yeah Come On show, and I'm Southside Steve. This is Brett Barney, and back there's Tyler Maynard, and he's running our show. And we are live from Oxygen Financial right here in Alpharetta with two locations, Alpharetta and Buckhead. And Ted Jenkins is your man if you're looking for investments. Right now, his investment is us. He is the bravest advertiser so far to jump on the Southside Steve Yeah Come On show, or just the Yeah Come On show. It's really not about me. It's about us, Brett.
It is.
Thank you,
and I was
Brett.
trying to think. I was like, who am I? I'm trying. Oh, sorry, dude. I'm like rolling through my head. I'm the Vince McMahon to his Johnny
No.
Carson.
Ed
No,
McMahon.
you're not. You're Ed McMahon. You're not Vince McMahon.
Why can't I be Vince McMahon? That guy's a billionaire.
Yeah, he wants to run the WWE.
Good God, you're not Vince McMahon. Do not be Vince. I don't want Vince. Vince does all kinds of crazy stuff, and he has these visions and make things happen. I need you to be a foot soldier.
He throws people out of the office if they cough around him. That's pretty cool.
True. I do dig it, and I dig you, and I got to tell you, we don't have a guest this week, and we kind of did it on purpose. I think about every 3 to 4 weeks we need to find ourselves.
I'm planning on finding myself later.
Yeah, really.
You got to look for it?
Got a telescope?
Where do you do that at, Brett? Do you do it on the edge of your bed, sitting on your toilet? Do you lay on your back on your shag rug? How do you do it?
Usually hidden in the back of your closet, peeping through the
And looking
curtains.
at my beautiful wife breastfeed,
Yeah.
which she's still doing. By the way, when you breastfeed, it takes down your sex level or whatever, your wanting of sex, the drive. Ooh. And so right now, whenever I do have sex, it's pretty damn awesome. But I realize I'm sacrificing that. Just a moment in time. I've had a lot of sex in my life. I got nothing to prove. Got a hot woman sleeping next to me, literally sleeping next to me. Sorry, I can handle it.
Now, does your son share the breast milk? I'm probably getting a little over the line here.
No,
Well, okay.
Dick. No, I have never tasted breast milk. Matter of fact, I feel like she's about to stop, so I feel like I need to. A lot of guys have told me that they do the whole breast milk thing, or they sample it, and it's like sweet or
Well, it's in the
or it's
fridge,
gross.
right?
No. It comes out
Depends.
No, like you could pump it, put it in the fridge in a bottle.
My wife's not pumping. We're past the pump stage. She just is. It's like the nipples have gotten a little. Sorry, honey. They gotten a little longer. I don't know. I'm talking about my wife here. I wish you.
Oh, you got some National Geographic nipples.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. They're sexy hot. They're just. I'm not even going to measure. That was horrible what I'm doing. All I can tell you is that the kid can latch on easily, and it's not a problem. At first it was. She had to wear like a little shield for our child to be able to latch on. Because she didn't have long nipples. My wife just doesn't have long nipples. It's a thing. But now they've gotten a little bit longer because she's been doing it, so they latch on. So it's like it's a warm fuzzy for our child. So if Brooks is like upset or needs a little love, he does that. She does it before he falls asleep, but she's doing it less and less. So we're about to cut it off.
Do you have long nipples?
I do not.
Okay, so your kid doesn't have long nipples for sure. Oh, perfect.
Gonna zoom in on that.
I think they're all right. Thank you, Brett. You know what Brett
I
does?
don't even think I landed one there. I was trying to stay over top.
Whenever we do a show alone, Brett flicks my nipples. That's nice, Brett. I really appreciate it. That's a team. That's a team.
That's the first time I've done it with my hand.
God bless you. All right. We want to say that
Let's just get this one off the rails immediately, guys. Yeah. I was told this is the skeleton show.
It is.
I'm not gay, but you turned me gay.
All right, maybe you did. I think I could be turned. It would take Kevin Costner, Mel Gibson, and some really hot dude to turn me. It would take John Travolta maybe too. And I still think I would ultimately say no. I can't be turned. I just can't be turned.
With hair like that, there's no doubt in my mind you could be. But
No, you know what it is? It's a chick. I have been fascinated by women my entire life. And kind of this theme of this show is skeletons in the closet. And one skeleton I have, and I'll admit it now, and I'm going to say her first name. I'm not going to say her last name, but her name was Jackie. And in first grade, she had a thing for me and I had a thing for her. And I wasn't one of those boys that was chasing girls and being mean to girls. I was nice to them. I was like, there's something about these girls. And she taught me how to kiss, taught me how to French kiss. Now, the question is, where did she learn it? Home life, I assume. That's hard.
It's the most messed up story coming out of your wife's nipples story.
All right, all I'm saying
One
is,
upped yourself there.
yeah, all I'm saying is Jackie knew how. So she told me, she goes, for every push-up you do, I will French kiss you. And I got to tell you, I had a chest on me in first grade, dude. I was like, I could do like 6 push-ups. Those were 6 French kisses. And we would do it for like 20, 30 seconds at a time. She taught me how to do it. So at first grade, I was already kissing. And then my mother called us under a bed. Never really talked about this, but Jackie comes over. She brings me a gift, and I want to give her gifts. So I'm giving her everything I own. Why? Oh, my God. She's hot, and she's kissing me.
Every scratch and sniff sticker I own.
And I just want to unload stuff, so I'm giving her my favorite yo-yo. I'm giving
Beanie
her
Babies, Pogs,
I'm not.
Pokemon cards.
Dude, we're talking 1972, not
Oh,
when
my
the hell
bad.
you grew up.
Garbage Patch Kids or whatever they're
Yeah,
called.
Garbage
Garbage
Pail,
Pail Kids.
Wacky packs.
Sticky hands. Bouncy balls.
I was
Nice.
giving her my bubble gum. I had bubble gum, and I was just trying to unload stuff on her. I just wanted to bequeath her all kinds of of my memorabilia. I just wanted you to take. I didn't want her to take home a little bit of me to have in a room to think about me whenever I wasn't around. This is in the first grade, so we get up under the bed. I don't know why we're under the bed, but we're kissing under the bed. My mother walks in the bedroom. Steven. Oh my God. Louis, Rick, get in here. And then my father comes in. Jackie's crying. She takes her downstairs. They separate us. They call Jackie's parents. Her parents have to come pick them up. My mother and father make me stay in the room, and they explain we caught them under the bed kissing. And it was very embarrassing. Did not go over well. Rumors swirled at Meadows Elementary off of Old National Highway. I was that kid. So then instantly I got the principal and everybody watching me because I'm sexual. They termed me sexual in 1972.
Jackie, number 1 of 419. Way to go.
Should feel proud.
No, 419 is full-on home runs. If you're looking at the overall kissy makeout, she'd be number 1. She would, but there's probably like 900 of those. And I'm not bragging. I just kissed a lot of people. It took a while for me to fall in love, Brett. I think you're going to fall in love early. I think you've already fallen in love. I think you've got a girlfriend now that you've had for like 5 years. It's Brett Barney and his lovely girlfriend.
Tyler was worried about getting punched. He plays this music.
They met. You can keep the music on. I love They
Yeah,
Met.
you're a good singer, actually.
They met in the summer of 2014. Brett Barney. What's her name?
Pass.
What? No,
Kelly.
He's not bringing her
Should've
into
been
this.
Kelly.
Brett Barney and Kelly sitting in a tree. Kissing. Yeah, you know you're marrying her. Why? Because she took Brett's virginity. Brett was just a small child with a teeny weeny, and she grabbed it, and Kelly made it just a little bit bigger, and they fell in love, and they're gonna get married.
Happily ever after.
This is all right. So now we've got Steve's wife's nipples and my teeny weeny pecker.
Now we find out what happens when we don't have a guest.
This is called podcast gold, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's not put those together. But one thing I wanted to talk to you about today is skeletons in the
we
closet.
can compare length.
Yeah, why not? We'll throw them. No, I don't want to get a splinter. It's a wooden table. By the way, we are still looking for a liquor sponsor. Today, I am actually drinking Jesse James Dupree. His liquor. Yeah, we got some Jesse James Dupree bourbon and whiskey. And he's looking at being on the show. Upcoming guest, just to let you know before we get into skeletons. Because the whole purpose of the Yeah Come On show is to bring on people you may or may not know, or people that have influence in the community here in Atlanta, or maybe in the U.S., and this is through comedians, rock stars, actors, or athletes.
Rappers, too, who I'm talking to.
There's a good chance we're going to have a rapper on. Because that goes well. I know a lot about that. Dude, I'm old school. I'm Run DMC and Fat Boys. You're going to bring in here somebody like 4 Chainz. I'm going to be like, who the F are you? No, I just think skeletons and learning about people, that's the purpose of the podcast. So upcoming guests are Otis Nixon next Friday. And then we will have Jesse James Dupree of Jackal on.
I have a question. I cannot wait to ask that.
That's
dude.
going to be great.
Yeah, Mr. Chainsaw himself. And he's got, the reality show he's been doing for years.
That's what I want to ask him about.
yeah.
I'm so excited.
No, he's solid. And then you got Collective Soul. We're going to bring in Will Turpin, the bassist and personal friend. Those are just some of the people coming on. And I'd like to get Chipper Jones on from the Braves and Mark Woolers. Those are two other people we're chasing down. Hell, I'll bring Bobby in here if it's okay.
Should I just out
to
mine
Bobby,
that I'm
love you.
working on? Who cares?
Yeah, go ahead. What are you working on? We'll see if it happens.
Yeah, we'll hold you accountable now.
I'm working on Killer Mike.
Who's Killer Mike? Let me go to.
Come on.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask Tyler Maynard, our off-air, sometimes on-air producer. Do you know who Killer Mike is?
Yes, he's one half of Run the Jewels, I believe.
He also has his own Netflix series.
What's Run the
Yes,
Jewels?
That's his.
Yeah.
That's his group.
Trigger
Yeah.
warning. Dude, you would
Trigger warning.
love Killer Mike.
Yeah. Why do dudes have anything to do with this drive-by theme and guns and shooting and killing? What's good about that?
Trigger warning's a political show.
Trigger warning?
Yeah, like he's trying to trigger people.
I thought it was like, yo, man, I'm
Yeah,
warning
I
you.
mean-
I got my finger on the trigger, and I'm gonna shoot your ass.
No, he was on NRA TV. Like he's a big.
he's a great
advocate
guy.
for gun ownership. Yeah.
He's great. I was just
All right,
talking
he
about
likes
it.
guns, but he wants it to be legal.
No, he actually. I mean,
Does he file down the serial numbers? Does he
Oh.
get?
Oh, come
I mean,
on,
seriously,
man.
I'm asking good questions. I don't know who
And
killed.
he's definitely not a gangster rapper. Even
His
though his
name
name
is-
is Killer Mike.
his
I
name
know,
is
I know.
Killer Mike,
He's
bro.
a big teddy bear.
because he kills the microphone.
There you go.
Oh, that's cool.
You get
Yo,
it?
man, microphone right here, killing it.
Yo, this thing's not on anymore. What's going on?
Yo, watch this. Yo, I just want you to know, my name's Killer Mike, and I'm killing this mic.
He's the son of a cop.
Really?
Yeah, he's different.
Is he a black man or a white man? I'm just
a
curious.
large black man.
His partner's a white man, so there's a black man
Yeah.
and a white man.
You know, I love people that don't see color, but I had to ask. I was just curious. This is him?
We dropped the classic today. We did a tablet of acid today. Lit joints with the matches
Yeah,
and
hippie
ashes.
love. There you go.
We dash away. Donna and Dixon, the pistol is blasting away.
There you are.
We did a tablet of acid today.
Yes, he's bringing it back.
Little licky sticky. What up? I'm crazy now. I'm on LSD.
Skeletons in the closet. Have you ever done LSD?
No,
No?
I never have.
All right.
All right, part of the skeletons in the closet. Let's talk about drugs we've done. I know your parents watch this podcast, but you stay with me.
Oh,
there.
this is easy.
Brett Barney.
I'll openly admit to everything I've done. Marijuana. That's it.
That's it,
I'm,
huh?
dude. I won't touch anything else. I won't touch pills. I won't touch anything that's chemically made. I'll eat an edible here and there. I'll smoke a vape pen. I'll smoke a bowl, whatever. I do not touch anything else. I've never touched anything else. I've had friends with drug problems. I've
Right.
had family members with addiction and abuse. I don't touch anything.
Yeah, if you've got
Alcohol,
that in your
weed.
genes.
That's it.
All right. So we now know you're from a weak family. You can't handle the drugs.
The drugs were never an issue for people in my family.
My family can't handle the drugs. They can't handle it. We just beat each other up. We downgrade each other. We don't pay our bills.
I've
We
always,
can't handle it.
I've always said that if I was going to do coke, and I've been around it many of times, probably
Mm-hmm.
more than I would have to say marijuana the most, cocaine the second most.
Yeah.
And I've never done coke, and I've had friends that I've been like, "Hey, I want to try it," and they're like, don't. If you haven't done it, don't do it. It's stupid.
Yeah, you're
I
not missing
enjoy it.
much. Yeah.
You're not missing much. Oh, speaking of not missing much, Tyler Maynard, do you want to talk about the drugs you've done, or you want to stay out of this one?
Maybe I should list the ones I haven't. It might be easier.
Yeah.
No,
Is there anything you haven't done that you?
it's mainly the psychedelics. You know, it's the weed stuff that comes out of the earth. Weed, mushrooms.
Oh, you're an earthy drug
Yeah,
addict.
yeah. But, yeah. Like I said, I lived on the West Coast. I was a hippie for a little while.
Look, man.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I got to tell you, man.
It's all good,
Mother
man.
Nature made it, and God made Mother Nature. Therefore, it's all good. We can do it all.
That sounds like that is a lot of people out there that
Yeah.
do that spiel.
I had the marijuana right during high school. I liked it a lot.
Dude, you're a string bean. You've done coke. We know.
No,
That's how he
actually,
keeps his friend.
Look at the schnoz on him.
No,
It's like a Hoover vacuum.
you know.
no one shares with him.
I've had a lot of people come at me at certain things. Having a big nose has not been one of them.
that's
Not till now. Thank you, Brett Barney.
Pretty average,
Yeah,
I'd say.
hell, I'd say it's an average nose. Look, your nose and ears grow. I'm about 30 years older than you. It was, I had a little.
That's what I have to look forward to.
I had a
Yeah,
little.
I
I had
get
a
mad.
little. I had a little brown button nose when I was your age too. But I don't know that my nose is big. I've broken it a few times. If you want to talk about that, Brett,
Oh, there's a lump in it.
could have died. There's no lump. It's just
No, there's a lump.
Brett. There's no nut.
It's got the Owen Wilson
See,
lump in it.
Here's my latest scar. This is where I did a shallow dive into my mother-in-law's pool.
Oh.
She said no
That's
diving.
a personal story.
And I did I'm actually known as a shallow diver. I dove in the Holiday Inn pool. We stacked up some chairs. I was drunk, and I jumped in thinking we were in the deep end. It was 3 feet, and I hit my chin, got a little scar there. And then I dove in my in-laws pool, and it's 8 feet deep, but somehow I hit the bottom and came up bloody. I just, I've had some accidents. All my scars are from shallow diving. I bet you didn't know that about me.
You're a shallow guy. No, I'm kidding.
I always head for the deep end.
Oh,
I had to get that shitty pun in.
dude, you can breathe that shitty pun. I'll tell you how shallow I am. I broke up with a girl in 1986. Hot, and you have to believe me when I say hot. This is stupid hot chicks. Brown, just tan, great butt, breast, and she's in there and she's topless in a pair of denim shorts, red toenail polish, and she's making me breakfast. And the bacon popped because she's my age. We don't know how to cook, and it popped and it hit her here and here and scarred her. That was one of the reasons I broke up with her. I'm like,
On the hand?
Can't have scars on my girl.
Oh, you would have dumped me. I have scars all up in my arms.
I thought she was going to have scars somewhere. You said she was topless cooking. So
No, it didn't even hit the breast. Just hit her
okay.
wrist. Hit her wrist. That's how you know it's true because it's so simple and so stupid. But
Right.
being shallow is a horrible, horrible thing. We've got to go deeper than skin deep. Don't you agree, Brett Barney?
At least nipple deep.
I've been there, though, where you fixate on something and you're like, this is going to be the thing.
You know what Brett's acting like? Brett's the guy that, I know you went to Alabama, so I won't say Georgia, but you just remind me of a frat dude at a party going, man, I just went nipple deep.
Cheers.
Beauty is nipple deep.
And that's about it. You're like, nice color. Good commentary. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming to my party. Drunk ass. Throw up on something, I'll kick your ass. All right. No, but one of the skeletons I wanted to talk.
Wait.
What?
Rewind it back. Drugs that you've done.
See, I thought I was going to get out of that. That's Brett Barney being pretty smart. Brett Barney's a pretty smart guy.
So you said in high school you smoked? Because, you know,
I smoked pot in high school.
South isn't as, open to it, but...
No, you're right.
It's around, though.
Did you not smoke pot in high school?
Not too much. No, I was a late bloomer.
Oh, that's
College and then,
15.
No.
Let's go.
Private
school.
Private school. I did private.
Degenerates.
I did private school. I did Catholic private school. If I had $1 for every time a sister hit me, have a few bucks. I'd have $19. I got hit 19 times. Change. That's my money. I took the hit. No, but once I went to public school, my first encounter was marijuana smoke. Like, I'm in the 8th grade, and this guy comes on named Bobby, and this dude just reeks. And I'm like, what is that smell? And I'm sitting there in a Izod sweater, V-neck, and my slacks, topsiders. This guy's wearing jeans, greasy tennis shoes, and a concert T-shirt that said Blue Oyster Cult, and I'll never forget it. Yeah, and I'm like, and it smells weird. I go home and ask Mom. I'm like, what's the smell? And they didn't even know. My parents didn't know what pot smelled like. Little did I know, I was in a Southside high school, MD Collins, and there was a lot of pot smoking. There was a dude named Naz, and he had some Procaine. And this was 10th grade, and I remember it because MTV had just started. I think it was 1981, and we were having an MTV party at our high school because it had just come on air. And it was a pretty cool thing. And he's out there, and we're out there in the square, the area where everybody goes and hangs out, after lunch and stuff. And he's like, yeah, man, snort this. I'm like, snort? What the hell is snort? He's like, up your nose. I'm like, huh? And he gives me a little straw, and I'm like, next thing I know, hey, what's going on? Seriously, I'm just glad to be here. It's great that MTV's here. Oh, my God, I can't wait to go. I'm going to get home, and I'm not even tired. And it's one of those weird things. And all Procaine is something that you mix with cocaine to make it go further. I didn't know what I was doing. That's what it is. It's a mixture.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that. Interesting.
Yeah, and I did that in 1980. But and then I did not revisit it, Brett Barney. I was a pot smoker. Had some great stories in high school, college, and then out of that. And then I started working for the airlines. I had to quit the marijuana because you got drug tested. So I'm going cool. In the year's 1987. I call it the summer of drugs. And I literally, in one summer, I did every drug I've ever done in the month of July. I was at a party. Somebody says, hey, I've got ecstasy. And I'm like, what? Ecstasy? What do you do? Powder form, not even pill form. I snorted ecstasy.
Well, you probably got back in the pure days, the good days.
Dude, I loved everybody. I was like, it was so good. I never did it again. Swear to God. Never did it again. One time. Then I did hash. You ever done hash?
Nope.
Did some hash.
Oh, yeah.
And they got it under the rock glass, and it's just this little square on a pin, and it's baking, and all of a sudden he tilts up the glass, and you got to go breathe it off. Like, what am I breathing? It's a hunk of chocolate.
Yeah. It's just a big tar
Yeah.
tar ball.
So I did that.
Have you smoked opium?
I have smoked
Yeah.
opium.
Okay, I'm right there with you.
I had a joint that was laced in opium, and I didn't know it was laced, and I smoked it, and I'm like, this doesn't feel like pot. Again, 1987, and I was wasted because
put
somebody,
you down, yeah.
they laced it with opium, and I'm like, oh my God, this is nuts. And then the final blast was the cocaine. And a guy had some, and I did 3 lines of coke, and I did not like it. Never did that again. Did it one time. That's it. So there it is. That's all the drugs I've done. Never acid, never Quaalude, never any pills.
Okay.
So I did all my drugs in 1987, 3 lines, 1 lace joint, and a hit of ecstasy, all in the same. I mean, dude, you would have thought I was headed down the wrong path.
You got it in the prime time before everyone starts lacing stuff and
Yeah.
fentanyl and all that.
Yeah, I don't know about Brett Barney and his drugs. God knows. They
Marijuana,
make it at
dude.
home.
He's just a nice beer drinker and
That's good. So you're the
doob smoker.
That's all it is. You're typical Alabama, Georgia, Auburn grad. You're just a dude that drinks and smokes pot. That's it.
That's it.
All right, fair enough.
Nothing
we've
wrong with that.
Covered the drugs.
I'd say most of them do cocaine, but
Really?
I don't dabble.
Is that back now?
It's
I
a
don't think it
thing.
ever went. Yeah, it's you go to clubs, you still see people going in the stalls and all the same nonsense.
And what is heroin? Who does heroin? Why do heroin?
Heroin is super popular here.
Jeez, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of morphed into a casual thing. It used to just be junkies only, street people, and now
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy. Everyone thinks they're Keith Richards.
Good God. All right, so enough of drugs. So let's just do a toast. Grab one of your many beers that you've opened. Cheers. And I will say, thank you. Cheers. Don't do drugs. Don't.
Dare.
Don't do what Brett Barney does right now. All I do is drink now. I'm harmless.
Unsupervised
I am
drugs.
so harmless. Now, skeleton.
Sweet Chiba.
What was that?
That was Dave Chappelle saying "Sweet Chiba."
I love Dave Chappelle. He's a good dude. I want to ask you, what is the one skeleton in your closet? Something right now today, because we're going to ask this of others. You got on John Rocker a little bit, and I dug it. And Brett
I'm gonna
Barney.
get on anybody and everybody. I don't care.
I will tell you right now, the harsh, hard questions will come from one Brett Barney. That's what you do. You're not afraid. I like the aggressiveness. I like the fact that you're willing to burn a bridge.
I was just gonna say that.
Well,
yeah.
the
Burn
good-
them all. Burn them
one
for us.
Yeah, no, ruin one of my friendships. But I'm not going to put the brakes on you.
I don't think it ruins a friendship. I think that we need to be here and we need to have like kind of a purpose. Like my thought behind this is if we have John Rocker in here, I want to get a story out of him that nobody's ever heard before. I want people to listen to it and go, wow. I don't want them to listen to it and go, oh yeah, I remember when him and Southside were talking about that 10
Yeah,
years
that
ago.
interview in that
or something
magazine.
like
Well-
in my mind, I want to loosen things up and then I want to have fun and then I want to dig in.
You know what I love is Brett Barney saying that I am up John Rocker's butt on social media all last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and during the middle of the podcast, he was like, "I'm gonna stop you guys sucking each other's dick."
Yeah, do you think I don't hear these things? I'm like, good God. Let me
I mean,
tell
I
you.
say them to be heard.
Yeah.
But John and I doing that pivotal.
Well, the problem is you guys kept talking for 50 minutes, and I just watched that clock, and I sat back and drank. And the more I drank, the more courage I have to say what.
Man, you're a great golfer. Oh, you're a great golfer.
yeah.
God. What do y'all think about the hair down? Should I start wearing the hair down?
It's looking good today. Just
See?
get a fresh
What do you think
cut.
in the back? Yeah, is it good?
Oh yeah.
All right, we're working it. All right,
Whoever
cool.
your stylist is did a good job.
I want to thank Balance Salon.
Oh, free plug.
Yeah, Balance Salon. You know what? I want to bring her in here. CJ is fantastic. She cuts all the radio people. I don't know if that's a big deal. She hasn't cut you yet, Brett, but your day's coming.
All the people that aren't on camera. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
all the people. Yeah, all these ugly ass radio people. Nice. That's why I don't consider myself. I'm barely radio.
That smile. Yeah, you can.
Hell, I'm in radio. I don't give a damn. Judge me. But no, I went and got my hair colored today. I have to. One secret you may not know about me is I think I'm 50% gray. And without the hair coloring, I'll go gray. And I highlight it. But I always highlighted my hair.
You don't like the salt and pepper, or is it just completely?
No, it'll go salt and pepper. I'm just
Okay.
not into it. I just don't want to. Damn that. I'm like, why be gray if you don't have to be?
Yeah, I'm starting to get them in my beard, and I'm getting bummed out.
Yeah,
but I
dude.
kind of do like them a bit, but once it gets, takes over, then I'm not going to be a fan.
Did you notice I shaved my goatee?
I did, yeah. Now that you mention it, yeah, of course.
Do I look younger, Brett?
No.
Dick. I set
I
him
told
up.
you, let me sit
set
back
him
and
up.
have a
Right.
couple
You
beers.
I set him up to say nice things, and Brett just rips it. So basically, I'm giving out skeletons all over the place. But I will tell you one thing that you did not find out about John Rocker. I'll give you a scoop. This is John Rocker. If he was watching this, he'll tell you. I got a phone call one night. I was doing a gig for 96 Rock. I was in Buckhead, and he knew, we kind of knew each other's schedule. And he's like, dude, you off yet? And I was at $3 Cafe right there in the heart of Buckhead, working the deck, being a mess. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm leaving now. And I was headed home. I lived off Chambly, Dunwoody at the time. And he's like, dude, you got to come straight to the Gold Club. You got to meet me at the Gold Club. And there was a word that you would use. Plus, they knew me, so I would enter through the kitchen, not through the front door, and work my way up to the top floor.
Oh, like Goodfellas here.
And there was a few of us that had that ability. A lot of the bartenders there I'd bartended with back in my nightclub days when I bartended at Rupert's and other things. But I was able to get up, so I gave the code at the door, worked my way up the back steps, and I'm like, what's going on? He goes, dude, you got to get in here. Vince Neil's getting a blowjob. He wanted me
Come watch.
to come watch Vince Neil, Motley Crue, get a blowjob. And I'm like, what's going on? He goes, man, there's like 10 of us in there and he's getting a blowjob. I'm like, what makes you think I want to see that? Why would I want to see that? I'm not even a homophobe, but why would I want to see that?
Yeah, it feels like there's two girls just getting it on right on the floor. But I'm there. But oh my God.
So I guess the cool thing was Vince
He
was
may have
talking.
had like a crazy mole or something you wanted to see.
I don't know.
No, the shape of his dick, it's so weird.
I will be honest with you. To this day, I do not know because I did not walk in the door. I was
Good for
classy.
you.
I was classier than that. I said, dude, I'll see you later. You take care. Don't you go changing, freak.
Oh man, you just outed him.
I know,
That
but
was a great story.
It was a great story, but it's a true story. It's one of the many true stories. So Brett,
He would have owned it too.
yeah, John Rocker doesn't.
Oh yeah,
care.
like I'm gonna be able to follow that up with some story that's gonna rock people's lives.
Here's another one on Rocker. I'm just having fun. John, we love you. I can't wait to have you back on the show. John had a girlfriend, and they lived in, I forget which apartment complex it was, but it doesn't matter. So he's going to lunch, and the other girl that lived across the hall comes out. They go to lunch. They come back. He has sex with her. And he wonders why his girlfriend kicks him out of the apartment. Because they talked.
Yeah, they
And
tend
I'm
to
like-
do that.
I'm like, what made you think it was okay to have sex with the girl across the hall from your girlfriend where you were living? What made you think that was okay? Just little mistakes you make. You never, ever have sex with the girl across the hall from your girlfriend at an apartment complex. Words of wisdom.
I did get some gold from you describing him working out that time at the gym with the.
He did, and he threw his weights, and he was with his strength trainer, and we were at the LA Fitness in Buckhead, and I'm like, 3 women literally got off their bicycles, and somebody complained, and they came over and talked to him. Before it was over, he was asked to leave. I'm like, why are you doing strength training in a damn LA Fitness?
Right. Yeah.
There's half these people wearing makeup aren't even here to sweat. They're just here to hook up.
Totally. Yeah. Just look good.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounded like you stubbed your toe in that drop. That's
No. Nuh-uh. So Brett, give me one. I need a skeleton. I need something. Like I just busted.
Right.
something.
See, I'm so much better if it's a topical thing that I'm like, oh, I can relate to that because of this. But if you put me on the spot, you're like, think of one story one time that was so crazy.
Like in college, did you ever? I can see you getting drunk and accidentally kissing a dude or something.
No.
Were you ever
Not that I know of.
wherever you're one of
Maybe,
your?
I don't know.
Can't you picture
Yeah,
it,
if he was
Tyler?
that drunk, then
We're at an Alabama
I've
bonfire.
kissed a dude on the cheek. I don't care.
Go
I'll admit that.
Alabama! What's up, Tommy?
they nail a field goal and just.
Oh, dude, that was awesome.
That's more of an LSU thing.
Oh,
wheel that
putting him
back.
on blast.
No, it's not. I mean,
I went to
go
Georgia
back,
State.
Watch the video.
I went to Georgia State and didn't finish college, so I can't really go after the college thing.
I
but
went
it's
to
funny.
FSU and didn't finish either. So
I'll just-
FSU though. Hey, cheers, man.
I'll throw this out there just so you know. It's not like I ever went to a bonfire on campus. Like they have those homecoming week and those.
Oh, yeah.
There's certain people that go to that and there's certain people that don't. I was in the certain people that don't. I went to the parties. I was already partying by the time that was starting.
All right, well, tell us about one of your parties. Anything
Oh
happen?
Jesus. Fuck. I chipped my.
Why do we have to drop the F-bomb? I don't get it.
I apologize.
Because we're doing a podcast. So what do? We drop the F-bomb.
Got drunk. And half my front tooth is fake. Got drunk and fell right there. Oh, it's fake.
Wow.
Yeah. Fell face first into the pavement. Drunk as shit.
You fell on concrete drunk.
Yeah. Exactly.
Passed out.
No, it was
He passed out.
climbing underneath the fraternity house. It was one of those nights. I was like, I don't want to go. Every time it was like, I don't want to go out after X time. And I'd tell my girlfriend this at the time, long X ago, it doesn't matter. And I would say, I don't want to go out after this time. I know I'm going to be hammered. Like, if I'm at home,
Right.
leave me at home.
Don't go out after 2.
Well, this would be more like midnight because you'd start at like 8, 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. It's a long day. It's
Oh, like
Saturday.
a game day, or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Well, it was like, hey, let's go to the house. And I was like, oh, perfect idea. Because I'm easily convinced when I'm hammered.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and somebody was like, you want to go climb underneath the house? I was
wanna
like,
see some rockstar?
absolutely.
Steve's
Oh, my gosh.
just doing hair whips in the
No,
middle of your
kid,
story.
this damn headset's pulling my hair
I
out.
thought you were taking off. I was like, thought he was just like, fuck
no,
this.
and if I lose a hair, I'll cry. Go ahead.
Dude, that thing pulls any more hairs out. You're going to be looking like, what's his face from Seinfeld? Costanza?
Costanza. I got the layer
Yeah, I got
wax looking good.
Oh, jeez.
Hold on, I gotta
Yeah, you're definitely not getting your
Hold
hair
on,
cut by that
Hale.
lady. I didn't know you were bald. You always wear a hat.
I told you that was.
He's bald. Oh my
Oh,
god.
my
Admitted to that.
gosh.
I told you that.
He's cute. Let me see your little head.
It's
That's
a
so
nice shaped
cute.
head.
He's got
I embrace it.
He's got a great head. What?
Oh, whatever.
He doesn't associate with bald
By the way,
people.
can
He's
you
about to
mark?
leave.
Can you mark the time on that one? He's got a great head, and leave that as a drop.
Sure, I'll
for
grab
later.
that one.
God, I don't want that as a drop. So
He's got final say.
No, climb was there was like this square little area you had to climb underneath the house. Went underneath there, and I was like, "Why am I underneath here?" And I was like, "I'm gonna climb back out." Went to climb back out. Had metal around it. Fell face first. Bam! Teeth right into concrete. My hands were behind me. Boom! Chipped my tooth. Looked like Lloyd Christmas for a minute. Had to call up the radio station with the morning show I was working with at the time. I was still a student, but I was working with country music station with Citadel Broadcasting, and was like, "Hey, do you guys know anybody that can fix this?"
Whistling through the phone.
Yeah, had to go and get some surgery done on my tooth, which really wasn't that bad. It was one chipped tooth, and there was a dude that came in that had been four-wheeling and ran into the back of a truck and knocked all his teeth out. So
damn.
it was me and him just chilling in the waiting room,
Well,
and all his family in camo.
I gotta tell you, I hate that for you, but you look great. The dentist did a fine job.
I think it was
Orthodontist.
no, it's not orthodontist, orthopedic surgeon.
Let me see again, Smile.
It's right there. It's actually chipped. You can see it.
Hey, why is it chipped? Did you get a bad surgeon, or have you
I don't know. It's made out of.
redo it?
Nah, probably. It's made out of pearl. I'm stuck at this point. I don't give a shit.
I can hear him on the phone right now, just going. Oh wait, where is it?
The money strapped to my thigh.
The pedophile from Family Guy.
I got to tell you, I had braces twice just because I wanted my teeth to be perfectly straight. If I had that chip, I'd be fixing it. But I dig it that you don't. I like it that you got a chip now. Makes you human.
Thank you.
I have a chip.
That
too.
I am.
I
You
got
got a
it
chip
taken
too?
care of. Yeah, I was playing a game as a kid that we played in Georgia that I can't repeat right now.
Smear the.
Yeah, you know, that's all I had to say, and you picked up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I told people in Canada that, they were like, "Oh my god."
I know. Get over it, people. It was just a game, and it hurt. I played that in Boy Scouts,
Yeah.
and we had a big troop. There's like 72 of us. So you grab the flag and you're running. Imagine having 71 dudes chasing you.
It's the target on your back.
And dude, I was fast. I was working my way through the crowd and everything. And I'm like, doing my little dance and getting through it. And then all of a sudden, one guy gets you and leg traps you. And then what do 60 plus guys do?
Dog pile, yeah.
And then you're on the bottom and you literally can't breathe. You're like, you think, and then you're trying to yell at them to get off. You're like, get off, get off. Can't talk. I mean, you're like, I just want my mother. Just want my mom. Finally, they all got off, and you're like, it's true.
I played that game.
I think
Smear-
all of us in the South did, yeah.
Smear the Quell.
And it probably has different names in different places.
No, we always played Smear the Quell. You know, the hell with Quell.
I thought it was queer.
Can't say that.
Yeah, you can't.
Shut it down, shut it
LGBTQ.
down. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, they say it themselves.
Look,
Lesbians, gay.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you're
I
right.
have-
I have
But
friends
that,
that
you could say that about the N-word.
Yeah,
too. They say
but
that themselves.
no.
yeah, Brett.
The logic doesn't apply.
Just because people use certain words do not mean you have to use those words.
They own it.
No, but
because
I didn't
they're
do it. I didn't say it. See, you said smear the, and then I just came in after talking about LGBTQ.
Totally unrelated.
So yeah,
So uncomfortable. I have gay friends. To all my gay friends, God bless you. I used to say if every guy was gay, I'd be fine with it just because all the girls would be mine. I'd be friends with all those guys and be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Then you look at like 50,000 chicks and go, I'm available. So let me know when. 3 a day, maybe 2. I got to rest.
I can only eat so many sandwiches.
Anybody got a protein bar? I need a protein bar.
Got to resupply.
Anybody ever bitten ice on the mic? That's what it sounds like.
This is a first. Yeah.
People are wondering if we drink too much on this show.
I think that's their problem. They can piss off.
They're wondering, or do they? I think they know. Yeah.
I want this show to be taken serious.
So Vince Neil got a blowjob and I chipped my tooth. I mean,
We're doing good
yeah,
so
this
far.
is like the worst stories ever.
I can tell you the worst one on me. This is nobody knows this. I don't.
I mean,
think-
mine was
The
just
Vince
a
Neil
dumb
one
story.
was not bad, but
Vince
yours
Neil-
was good.
I can stop at Vince Neil at John Rocker's expense. I mean, I can,
I mean,
or I can go deeper and give mine, but I can save it for a later date.
most of my stories, and like you say, skeletons in the closet, but I kind of laugh about a lot of my stories, and I've put them out there. Like,
There's something you haven't put out. Everybody says there's something, and I always go, no, there's not. And then all of a sudden you take a moment and you go, oh, hell yeah, there is. I've never.
but
told
most
that.
mine end up being, this is going to sound really stupid, and that's why some of my friends, especially people at the office that know these stories, they'll be like, dude, you're like a human baby. So I'm like, I've shit myself, I've pissed myself, I've all these random
Okay,
stories. They're like,
yeah.
why do these stories always happen to you? Like, I peed myself on Marta around the Super Bowl, leaving downtown.
All of these were intoxicated, right? So
Yeah.
they're semi-excusable.
Dude, that one may have been one of the
Semi.
That one may have been one of the worst ones. It
Why
was
did you pee yourself after the Super Bowl?
no. Okay, so we were downtown working the Super Bowl. You were down there with us on Media Row. Or
We were
whatever.
on Media
Radio
Row.
Oh, this
Yeah.
most recent one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Radio Row, and you're down there and you're hanging out. I brought my family down and put them through the NFL experience. It was a lot of fun, and I brought them on Radio Row where I'd worked, and Brett was at a different table. By the way, cheers to you. Just so you know, this was the last day of. It is the last day of
our
News,
station.
News Radio 106.7. Is that what it's called?
The New Talk, but whatever.
Yep. Pour one
It's not
out.
106.7. Yeah, I've only been there like 9 years since it started.
I'm so sorry. I really am.
That's what I always cry. People are like, I've been here since it started. I'm like, actually, no, you weren't here for the 2 weeks of training they put us through with the people from Australia via video conference. Which was
That's what we're
terrible.
going to do. We're going to learn to talk on the radio. First off, you grab it with your right hand and you hold it like you hold yourself. And then you start to talk.
That is the worst Australian accent I've ever heard, but
That wasn't too bad, but
Hello, crikey.
oh man.
that's
Hey.
not a knife.
There
Got
you
a
go.
knife. And we're going to talk on the radio.
Yeah, who's the accent king out of the three of us, huh? Someone's got to be it.
I do a couple voices. I do John Travolta pretty well.
Well, yeah. But
I do,
can you do every nationality? No.
Hey, man, what are you doing? Are we going to smoke it or what? I call that my Mexican accent.
Oh man, I'm bringing them all out now.
Central America. Hey, man.
If you're a pro, you can notice the slight variation. Yeah.
You got to listen for the variation. One is a little lower than the other.
One's a little faster. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say something.
I do
questionable, so
Scottish.
I won't do it.
I do a Scottish accent.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right. I can't believe what you're doing over there, Brett. I swear to God, you're just like a little man child. You pee yourself, you do the dude right in your pants, and then you grab it, and then you wipe your hands on the green grass and move on.
Oh man, the green grass when you hit that.
the green
I'll
grass.
give it to you.
Thank you.
bad.
Be here I'll be here for another 20 minutes.
Tip your waitress.
Try the veal. I don't eat veal. That's a pork.
Yo, what the?
The veal calf doesn't get a good life. I don't like it. It's abuse.
Tastes good. Who cares?
That's brutal, man. I did a paper in college on the veal calf. You know, they sit in a 3x3 like foot corral. They're not allowed to move,
Dude,
so
that's-
they don't develop any muscle tissue.
Yeah.
And they're in that the entire time on concrete. I mean, it's brutal.
Oh, if we're
and then
taking
they
a-
kill them off early with no muscle.
And then when they're in my belly,
And
they're in an
people like
even
him.
smaller square.
We're taking a bummer turn, but I agree. I'm I'm all for meat eating, but it's the factory farming that really gets you down when you're behind these pigs, you know. They're shitting on each other like in the
Yeah.
truck. It's like, good God.
You know what? Let me have the cow that was on the farm. I'll eat that cow. It's a downer.
I didn't realize I was working with a bunch of pussy hippies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
So
No, I'm not even a hippie, dude. You know what I am? I'm a man, and a man can recognize when something's just too wrong.
A human.
Too
yeah,
wrong to
exactly.
be right.
Yeah.
Too wrong to be right.
created to be eaten.
No.
And literally should be stamped on every single one.
Oh, pigs are sweet. Have you ever met a pig? Like chilled with a pig?
Yeah,
They'll jump on your lap.
You
That's
ever
sweet.
eaten bacon?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm for both.
I mean, let's get out. Like,
let's let it have a good life and then put a
I can't
cap in it.
have. You can't have it both ways. That's all I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. You can't love bacon and then be like, oh, but pigs. No.
Yeah, you can because everything dies. Like
Yeah,
everything
that-
has a natural life, or a life.
Should
so-
we eat dead meat? Should we wait till something dies and then eat
Hell
it?
Oh, that's
no.
the interesting
I mean, we
thing.
do eat dead meat though. I don't eat live meat.
No, what I mean is the animal itself dies. Like when a cow falls over. Yep, let's eat it.
Well,
No, it'd
we're
be
about to enter
terrible.
Brave New World. They're already, making just like a steak in a lab that you can just eat. That's all the genetically modified. They'll just grow just the meat in a separate thing. It's
of the-
nasty.
I'm so scared
Oh
of the
yeah,
future.
you should
I'm
just cash out now.
Good
Just-
God, I'm done. I'm going to drink myself to death. But you are listening to the Yeah Come On show, and
I'm sorry.
I want to thank Oxygen Financial. I'm trying to be professional.
We're all over the place today.
No, and I've enjoyed the conversations. I'm telling you, when we don't have a guest in here and we can just cut up a little bit and talk about things. There was a theme today. It was skeletons in the closet. Brett has let us know that he urinated himself on the MARTA train
Yeah.
on the way home from the Super Bowl. So did you ride with him? Anybody?
Yeah, please,
no.
right into the show, please.
So basically, what happened? We finished at Radio Row, and I had to work as I normally do double shows. That day I was triple shows. Finished the last one. The guy was like, "All right, it's Friday. Let me go buy you a few drinks." It happened to be Mike Brooks, who knows absolutely every human being in Atlanta.
Do you think I want to have Mike Brooks on too?
Oh, he'd be phenomenal.
Mike Brooks, actually, I'm one of the ones that put him over to try to get him on News Radio 106.7.
That's Talk 106.7, but
Talk 106.7. Y'all used to be News Radio.
yeah, before that we were all news. I know we've changed
All right,
it. Before that we were Atlanta's Greatest Hits. I've worked for all four of them.
Well, guess what? Maybe that's why you're going out of business. Stick with the name, Junior. But Mike Brooks is quality people. He's 5 stars. Man.
Well, he took me into a bar, and everybody there knew him, so we were just getting free shots, free drinks. We ended up, it was me, him, and Pat Green, the country music singer, just sitting down drinking and having a good time.
Good old Pat Green.
Yep. And then I was like, oh, crap, I've been here for like 2-3 hours. I need to jump a ride home. Went and got on MARTA, started talking to this guy next to me. He's like, I have no idea where I'm going. He has Alabama stuff on. We start shooting the shit. He graduated Alabama, teaches at UAB. And obviously I'm like, I went to Alabama, blah, blah, blah. And
Hey, this is a great conversation. Do you mind if I pee myself?
no, so
Ignore that dribble you feel coming down.
I went to Alabama too. You want to see something cool? Watch
Yeah.
this.
So I was parked at the medical center, and I was sitting on the train next to him. We had the 2 seats at the back of the train. So it came to my stop. I leaned over to him. I said, hey, it's nice to meet you. Shook his hand. I was like, enjoy your stay here. I get up to walk off the train. Bam, doors closed right in my face. Guy looks at me. He's like, I'm so sorry. So I had to go up to the next stop, get off, get on the next train. Well, at that point, I was
Coming
like,
back.
yeah, I had to come back now to my stop. And I was like, oh, man. I'm going to pee myself. Luckily, I've been working, so I have my book bag on. So I get on the train going southbound to the medical center.
You couldn't
and
hold it?
I literally got on the train, and I stood there at the doors. There's like 3 people on the train. Nobody within 20 yards of me. They're all way on the other side. And I'm like,
This is my nightmare.
I was like, I took my book bag off my back, put it in front of me, and I was like, I've got to let a little bit out. And next thing I
You
know,
never let a little-
Oh, dude, I had to let a little out. I had
can't
to let a
open
little
the
out.
dam.
I had to let a little out. Let a little out. Let a little out, dude. By the time it looked like were you ever a kid? You got in a water balloon fight and like somebody hits you with a water balloon. It's a big circle of water.
Yeah,
it looked like that right on my crotch. So I get off the train.
like a kid.
I get off the train at the medical center. Walk all the way back to my car, which that's a long walk. You got to like walk like 100 yards out the gate, another 100 yards to a stairwell, down about 200-foot stairs.
No, I've been.
Then I was
I've been
all
there.
the way in the back side of the parking deck. Had to walk all the way to my car. Got to my car, opened my door. I don't care. I started peeing in the parking lot. People started coming. I started to lean down. Here's another bad thing. I had my Super Bowl media credential badge on me. Drops right down in it, rolls over to the left. I'm talking a pool of pee that's probably like 6 by 6 feet. So now I have to get down in push-up position in my own pee after I'm done to try and reach under the car next to me to reach my Super Bowl credentials and pull them out from underneath the car.
It's a good story.
Dude, I was drenched. And then I hopped in my car and drove straight to my girlfriend's place.
Did you shower that night, or did you?
Oh,
wait
I
till the
did. I
morning?
literally walked in, took all my clothes off, walked right upstairs, hopped in the shower.
Hey, baby. Hey, Kelly. I peed myself.
Oh, I called
It's
her
on my
immediately
head.
and was like, I just peed everywhere. I'm like, I look like somebody threw a water balloon right into my jeans.
Oh God. I definitely will tell you a story about blowing.
Can you imagine walking all the way across holding?
Look like that, right?
Yeah.
There.
Oh, yeah. I look just like Billy Madison. You ain't cool unless you pee your pants.
No, you're not. You got to pee your pants. Everybody's doing it.
Coolest. In their pants, it's the coolest.
The coolest. It's the coolest to pee your pants. Yeah, I've done it. I've done it once in 8th grade. It sucks. You know?
Oh, I was 29 years old.
Yeah, I wasn't. 18's nothing to brag about either. You shouldn't. After 2.5, you should never pee your pants. 2.5, 3.
So I'll tell one story real quick.
Good.
It's on the same theme, drunken urination. Yeah, I ended up peeing in my roommate's closet while I was completely drunk. And
See, you thought it was the bathroom.
yeah. So I know I'm not the only one that's done that. Yeah.
People pick up the clothes hamper back in the day. They had clothes hampers and they'd
Right.
pee in that.
Like
Same
I was
thing.
sleepwalking. Like I never sleepwalk, but something about the alcohol and the way it mixed with, however, whatever I was doing that night, and it just, I just woke up like a zombie. Him and his girlfriend were sleeping in their bed.
Oh, so you walked into the room?
Yes, yeah. I walked. So my room's here
I've done
and his
this.
room's there. So it was basically a right or a left, right into his room, left into the bathroom, and I went right and opened his closet, standing in there, and yeah, he luckily stopped me right as I took it out and was just like dribbling, and he's dude, this is not the best, like his girlfriend's just giggling, and and then I sat next to him on the couch in the morning. Like
Sorry.
nothing happened. No, I sat next to him like nothing happened. I had no memory of it at all.
People used to forgive. Remember the parties? You always forgave the guy.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, not your fault, bro.
Yeah, no, he was good. He was good, but he was just smirking at me. He's like, "So you have no idea what happened?" Because he was waiting for me to bring it up.
Yeah.
Or he was like, "Are we just not going to talk about that?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
But Barney peed himself literally 4 months ago.
Yes. This was when I was 20.
When I drink and I'm in a place I've never
Yeah.
been before, I always sleepwalk. It's
Really?
really weird.
Interesting.
I did it this past weekend.
Crazy.
And I walked into a room. My mom was staying in Hilton Head and sat down on the edge of her bed. She was like, "Do you remember sitting on my bed last night?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
No.
I don't remember any of it. When I was in Texas for my buddy's bachelor party, the house was like a long, like one room on one side, long hallway with kitchen in the middle, another long hallway, the bedroom I was in. I woke up the next day
In a gay bar.
and the other dudes, like it was a bunch of guys. Everyone was sharing beds, so I woke up in another dude's
yeah.
bed, and it was
Might
the
as
only
well have
dude that got his own bed because he had a CPAC mask. And I woke up in the same bed as him.
All the advantages of the
and
CPAP.
he
Nobody
was like-
wants to sleep with the guy that's got the mask on.
Yeah, John, you say to yourself over there, bud.
He was like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, "Where am I?
Why
I was like,
am I here?"
How did I get in this bed?"
We had a neighbor, dude named Mike Lowry. I love him dearly.
Mike Larry.
Shout out, Mike.
Shout out, Mikey. He lived next door, came home, and he literally walked into our house, walked down because he had a downstairs bedroom, and got into bed with my mother and father. That was classic. Drunk, didn't even know he was doing it. Perfect. He got in bed with my parents. I'm like, yeah.
Holy crap.
What was mom wearing? Luckily, my mother wears, I think she actually wears a nightgown. She never even wore panties and a t-shirt. My
that
father,
you know of.
that I know of.
Well, easier
My
access
dad,
without them.
my dad was an underwear man. He was a tighty whitey man. God, and he wore them out too. My dad, I remember in Boy Scout camp.
Till they disintegrated.
Yeah, we got all in the shower, and it's like, there's like 30 of us in a group shower, and everybody's doing their thing, and kids are playing around and stuff. But the adults are in their little area. But my dad was by himself, and then he turns around, and my dad's like, patang, like he was hanging. And all the other little adults had small ones, and I guess they didn't want to stand next to him, so they left him by himself. And that's when I knew. I was like, I'm 14, but I'm going to get that.
Yeah. Genetics, yes.
If I play my cards right.
If I play my cards right and everything grows proper, that's me. But no, I think it's been a wonderful show. Have you enjoyed it?
I always enjoy doing this show with you.
Always enjoy hanging
okay
out with
over
you
there?
boys.
Huh?
All right,
My
no.
headset's doing some weird stuff.
We're going to have to look into that.
Yeah, we have to look into it. Again, special thanks to Oxygen Financial for having us here. Honestly, Brett, if you have any money to invest, if you had $50, which I know you don't, Brett's losing his job in 24 hours.
Money's
I
tight.
actually lost it today.
Mega Millions tickets.
Would you deal with Oxygen Financial? I think you would.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, good. Ted Jenkins,
Ted's a
Oxygen
great guy.
Financial. Go to oxygenfinancial.com. I will tell you that next week our guest is Otis Nixon, former Atlanta Brave, played for 9 different major league teams, but definitely known for the catch. But I think outside of Deion Sanders, probably the fastest ever Atlanta Brave as far as speed, base stealing, the ability to run and hit. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. All 11 home runs in that long career.
Is he being sarcastic?
I thought that he was on today. I've done my research.
He's prepped. He's ready.
He was a single base hitter, single or double. He'd get on base and he would steal. He's a stealer.
He's the man.
He got the catch. Can you jump 15 feet in the air and catch a ball?
Now,
I
is
don't-
he going to be the first one I need to worry about, like crossing the line? Like, will he get pissed off?
No, Otis won't get pissed. Otis will talk about anything from being lost. He was in the news 2 years ago, a year ago, for going. I don't know. Nobody could find him for he went missing.
He missed his tea time. He never showed up to.
He didn't show up for his tea time. He went missing for 48 hours, 72 hours, and they found him.
Interesting.
He found himself actually.
Oh, existential.
But a bunch of guys just got together and said, "You know what? We're going off the grid." That's what Otis tells us. We'll ask him about it. And then there was that whole issue.
I want to ask him about his brother.
What about his brother?
Well, his brother was a professional baseball player as well.
Very talented family. I was not aware of that. I know his father was president of the United States.
I get it.
He's trying to have fun.
Wait, what am I missing?
Otis
His father was a dick.
Otis Nixon.
Dick Nixon.